What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a box of 1991 Fleer baseball. This is just the regular wax box with 36 packs and I believe 15 cards per pack, so pretty standard for back in the day. If you remember, Fleer 91 was not the best of designs. This was a pretty ugly design, actually. The yellow cards with the horizontal stripes. But Fleer did something very cool in 1991, and they premiered the Pro Visions. So I don't know if you remember these Pro Vision cards. They're like an artwork card. This was an insert set, and they weren't worth a lot of money, and they're not really worth that much today. They were pretty easy to find, but they had black borders, and they had this really cool artwork design, which I still think is really cool today. I know that basketball had the Pro Visions, and I think football, but I never collected football cards. But it was short-lived. Fleer, I think their last year was 1995. But for basketball and baseball, the years 91 through 95, they did Pro Vision cards. And Fleer 91 was that first year. Same for basketball. So those cards are pretty cool, and I recently just made the decision. I said, hey, you know what? Let's look for these cards. Let's collect these cards again. So my long-term goal is to not just get, these Pro Vision cards, but my long-term goal is to find them in the best shape as possible. I looked online, and like I said earlier, these cards don't value much, but in a PSA 10, they really go up in price. To my knowledge, these cards are really hard to get in a PSA 10, and it's centering. The centering on these cards is usually just terrible. Recently, I got a box of 91-92 Fleer basketball, and I pulled out a bunch of Pro Visions, and every single one of them was off-centered. The corners were fine, but the centering was just awful. So I think that's going to be the trick on these, getting some nice centered Pro Visions. I'm always looking for Ken Griffey Jr. cards to add to the collection. I used to have all the Fleer 91 Ken Griffey Jr.'s. I don't think there was that many. There was the base card, and there was a dual card with him and Barry Bonds that was kind of cool. I had both of those. I don't have them anymore, but I'm pretty confident we're going to pull those out of this box as well and add them to the collection. So we're looking for the Pro Visions, we're looking for Ken Griffey Jr., everything else is just icing on the cake. So let's go ahead and dig in. Alright guys, we got the box open, and I've got stands all over the place, as many as I could fit. So I'm thinking, Ken Griffey Jr., and we'll get some of these Pro Visions up on the stands. But I don't remember how many Pro Visions. I want to say 9, maybe even 12. I'd have to look that up, but we'll see. So there's actually 14 cards, but there's also one sticker. I don't think anyone really cares about the sticker. I don't, but maybe you do. Pro Vision Sports Art, so that's kind of cool. There it is. It says details on back. Collect all 12. There we go. So there's 12 of them. Pro Vision Sports Arts cards. This is unique limited edition set, randomly packed in wax, and 3 packs. So the 3 packs are the rack packs. Good to know, because they may not be in the cello jumbo packs. I was really disappointed when I spent a lot of money. I mean, not a ton of money, but I spent a good deal of money on the basketball, getting a rack box and a cello box, only to discover that the Pro Visions cards were only inserted in the cheapest boxes, which were the wax boxes. So go figure. Every star player portrait features bright, distinctive artwork. We'll make the set collectible for years to come. So here we are, 2024, almost going into 2025. And yes, I'm going to collect those suckers. So still collectible in my eyes. 36 packs, 12 of them. I don't know if we'll get all 12 in this box, but pretty confident we'll get several. All right, so pack number 1, there's our stickers. So I remember these individual little stickers. I also remember some really big stickers, so maybe we'll come across those as well. I'm going to put my sticker pile over here. All right, so you can see these yellow cards are not the most attractive, but it's still nostalgic. Here we go, Kirby Puckett. It's a good start. I put so many stands up, I've got very little room to start a pile of cards. And we clearly don't have anything else in this first pack. No provisions. They're going to show up pretty easily because they have black borders. And obviously that's going to contrast with these yellow cards. So there's a big sticker, a full-size sticker for the Pirates. I don't know if there are any other inserts. I want to say no, but I could be wrong. The rack packs and the cello packs may have like some insert cards, but I just don't remember. The thing about the Provision is it's actually considered an insert card, and for some reason in 1992 they made it a subset card, and they did that with the basketball as well. So that's very odd. And then all the years after that, they returned to making it as insert cards. So I'm not really sure why that decision was made, but that was a sucky pack. I'm not really sure why that decision was made, but and I don't know if that, you know, made the odds greater because it was a subset or easier, if I worded that correctly. Not really finding any cards so far. I mean, there's a couple guys here like Matt Williams and Carlton Fisk, but nothing that really just stands out. So 1991, this would be... Oh, I see a Provision's coming up. And our first Provision is Kirby Puckett, and you can see the centering on that's not really good. The left side is thicker and the top is thicker, but because that print is pretty close to the bottom. So yeah, centering, and because it's a black border, you can see how it's chipped along the edge. So yeah, getting these in a PSA 10 is going to be tough. So I think that's another reason I wanted to get back into collecting them, just the challenge of finding these in high grade. When I was a kid, I just, you know, everything was perfect in my eyes. If I had the card and it wasn't bent in half, I just assumed it was perfectly mint. You know, now I have eyes for those details, and I guess so does everyone else, since the prices will correspond. So, like I was saying earlier, 1991, so we could have a Frank Thomas second-year card in here, Juan Gonzalez second-year card. I'm not really sure what rookies are in 1991. I know Chipper Jones had a couple rookies, or at least draft pick cards, but not Fleer. Fleer never did one for him. I want to say Ivan Rodriguez is in the Fleer update set, but not in the regular issue. So I'm not really certain. I may accidentally pass through a decent rookie card. Here's a Gary Sheffield. I've always liked Gary Sheffield. Man, I've pulled out 3 cards so far. We've already gone through 5 packs. Hopefully things shape up here in just a little bit. I'm curious what the odds are of pulling. Here's a Tony Gwynn. I'm curious what the odds are of pulling these Provisions. I might have to look that up. Now, these boxes are pretty cheap. I got this one for $25. If you're lucky, you probably can... I did it as a buy it now on eBay. I'm pretty sure if you did, like, if someone had an auction up, you probably get it for even less, because these things are just so darn common. That being said, oh nice, here's Frank Thomas. Second year Frank Thomas. That being said, what was I saying? Oh, here's Juan Gonzalez too. This would have been a killer pack. Gonzalez and Thomas in the same pack. A killer pack back in 1991. Yeah, so these boxes are pretty cheap. So that being said, depending on how many Pro Visions I get out, I may get a few more boxes just to see. I could order the set. I could buy individuals, you know, pretty good price maybe, but that's a cool card, Bonilla and Larkin. But, you know, it's kind of fun pulling them out of these packs. And probably if I'm wanting to get a PSA 9 or 10 without paying too much money, I'll probably have better luck going through some boxes. So here we go with another one. Here's a Dave Winfield. But here we got a Don Mattingly, and kind of like the Kirby Puckett. It's thinner border on the right than the left. The top to bottom. It's not perfect, but... So we've got 2 out of, I think that was our 6th pack. So 1 in 3 packs is pretty decent odds. So if you do the math, I think that means we could get all 12 in this box. Assuming no duplicates, right? Fat chance. There we go. There's another Pro Vision. All right, 2 packs in a row. There's Will the Thrill. And looks like someone different. Looks like Ruben Sierra. And it is Ruben Sierra. Same issue with the centering. That top border is bigger. So I haven't even spent the time to look at the artwork, but Texas Rangers. So usually the artwork is going to have something to do with the player's ability, or, you know, what team they're on, where they're from. So Texas, obviously, you know, desert. The bat's kind of got some smoke there. He's got the Ranger badge. So, you know, just fun, cool stuff. The Mattingly, it's a cool card. He's got a couple bats there, but nothing really spectacular. Kirby Puckett, he's got the dynamite bat there because, you know, his dynamite swing. So just really cool, fun, pretty cards. Again, I think it was the saving grace for this 91 set, because it's complete contrast to these awful yellow cards. All right, so we're doing all right. We got 3 Pro Visions so far. None of them are in any great condition. I see another one. This is cool. So we're getting a bunch, and there's a different one, Dwight Gooden. That one's a little bit better on the centering, actually. It's got a little bit of chipping there, but you see that top border, and the name there isn't cut off quite as much, so this one's better condition. So there, he's got his glove on fire for his fastball pitching. A lot of these artwork, they do them like at dusk or at night. So, you know, there's the moon, the Puckett, and the Ruben Sierra's at dusk. So just, again, some really cool stuff there. Here we got a Ricky Henderson. Yeah, I'm still trying to remember what rookie cards would be in 1991. Mike Mussina, maybe? I guess there's just not many players, not many big rookie stars this year. Some of these cards I think are kind of getting stuck together, mostly from friction. These cards are just cardboard, so they're not like bricked. But that was a stinky pack. But yeah, if you know what I mean, sometimes they're smooth, so they're not real rough, they're smooth. And sometimes it just gets stuck. They don't separate too well. I thought I saw another Pro Vision. We were on a roll there. All right, keeping an eye out for, of course, Ken Griffey Jr. There's an Ozzie Smith. Yeah, this is one of those cards or I should say one of those years where I just had so many packs. I mean, they were 50 cents at the store at the most, and they were everywhere. So, you know, it was just so easy to just pick up a pack of these cards. And all right, Nolan Ryan, we'll take that for sure. And like I said, I had quite a few of these, if not almost the complete set of the Provisions. I may have bought a few as a kid, like going to flea markets. Some people may have had them for sale individually, 50 cents or something, you know. And I bought those just to complete my set. Oh, second year Sammy Sosa and a Roger Clemens. Nice pack so far. Ryan Sandberg and Andre Dawson. That's a cool card. And that's it for that pack. So 3 good cards in that pack. Getting close to the halfway point already. Still looking for a Griffey. And we need a few more. Still need 8 more Provisions to complete the set. All right, King Griffey Jr., there we go. Followed by Jose Canseco. Holy cow. Again, this would have been like a monster pack back in the day. That Griffey's actually looking really perfect. Well, almost. This border's a little bit thin. Not that that would grade well. Not that that would be worth anything even at a PSA 10. But let's see, where shall we put? I'll just put him there. But nevertheless, someday I would grade my Griffey collection. And Eddie Murray. So, decent pack there. Actually, a really good pack considering I got the Griffey. And then Jose Canseco right behind him. So, like I said, I know there's a Griffey with a Barry Bonds. And I think we've gone through enough packs to know that, kind of answer my question from earlier, the Provisions are really the only insert card, at least in these wax packs. I said there may be something else in the rack or cello. Kind of hitting a cold spell now on the Provisions. John Oliver, second year. Probably worth nothing. So normally I would take as many King Griffeys as we can get our hands on, but Fleer 91, again, not very valuable, so I'm hoping here to just keep getting some Provisions. Here's a Ryan Sandberg. That's really what I'm after, is those Provisions. Got another coming up short. So we're at the halfway point, and we've only gotten 4, so good chance we're not going to complete the set today. I'll have to look in and see how much a rack pack box is, and also, oh, nice, Bo Jackson. Gotta have a Bo for sure. I forgot about Bo. I'll have to look into the rack box, see how much they go for, see if there's any other like inserts or something that's available in those. If nothing else, more cards, so better chance at getting some more Provisions. But yeah, we've really hit a cold spell. George Brett. Craig Biggio. That's his 3rd year card. Yeah. Haven't really hit any duplicates, which is surprising. There's so many of these boxes, baseball or basketball, I've gone through, and there's just so many duplicates. So far we're doing pretty well. Robin Ventura, is that his? Yeah, that's his 2nd year, maybe even 3rd year. There's another 2-player card. Nothing special there. Mark McGuire, I forgot about him. Sweet, we'll take that. All right, it's time for Provisions. We went cold there for a while. I'm kind of skimming the pack, cheating, and I don't see a black border. There's Barry Larkin. Randy Johnson, one of my favorite pitchers of the modern era. Well, we are officially cold when it comes to the Provisions. Speaking of rack boxes, I actually did pick up a rack box of the 1992 Fleer, which I like that design. That's a huge improvement. They're still really cheap cards. You know, they're nothing spectacular. But I got it for $25, which I thought was pretty good considering it was a rack box. I may actually open that next after I finish this box on a separate video. As I mentioned earlier, there's John Smoltz. As I mentioned earlier, they did the Provisions in '92, but they were a subset. So considering it's a subset and not an insert set, considering I got a rack box, there's a good chance I can pull all of them. We are 3/4 of the way through this box, and we've just gone cold on these Provisions. All right, Cal Ripken Jr., take that. We're still getting different players, which is good. No duplication. In fact, I don't think we've got a single duplicate yet, which is really shocking. The quality control on these cards were nothing special. But apparently this 91 Fleer did things a little different. Don Mattingly, sweet. That was almost a stinky pack. That Mattingly saved it. Wow, we got 8 packs left, and we've only got 4 Provisions. One Provision in every pack, which should do it right now. Ain't gonna happen. Joe Carter, Darryl Strawberry. Definitely was a Strawberry fan back in the 80s and 90s. He basically saved that pack right now. Still looking for that Ken Griffey Jr. Barry Bonds card. Roberto Alomar. Gotta say though, a lot of these packs are pretty dull. There's been several packs where we've gotten nobody, or several packs where we got maybe one decent card. Even the checklists are rare. I think that's like our first checklist. This is a cool duo. Ryan Sandberg, Cecil Fielder, Home Run Kings. We'll keep that one. I didn't fill up these... Oh, 2 checklists. I didn't fill... here it is. It's a little off-centered, but that's all right. Just happy to get that card. I was about to say it didn't fill up these stands like I thought I would. I'm going to put them on 2 stands since there's 2 players there. And since we're almost done with the box. Yeah, that one's not well centered at all. You can see the border by Bonds there is much thicker. And 5 packs left. I think the Provisions have officially left us. See, I can kind of skim and see, I don't see that black border. It would stick out. Still getting different players, though. Here's Wade Boggs. So I'm happy that, you know, we're pretty much going to get everybody. But yeah, I'll have to do some digging. See how I can get some more provisions. This is 4 packs left. This is one of our last 4. Oof, terrible pack. $25 for this box. I can say I overpaid. Nah, it's all good. It's fun. There's Greg Maddux. It's fun because, you know, as a kid, it was a pack here, a pack there, 50 cents, you know, whenever you could. Opening up an entire box as a kid was just unheard of. Impossible. At least for this kid. All right, 2 packs left. We got to end with a provision. It's just crazy how it just went super cold. Still getting different cards. Ah, sucky. Last pack already. Can you believe it? Last pack. Will we end with a provision? Doesn't look like it. We got Barry Bonds, though. We hadn't gotten him. Not his base card. And that'll do it. All right, guys. So there it is. 1991 Fleer Baseball. Pretty easy open, meaning there's not much to look for. Packs open quickly. Cards shuffle through pretty fast. Here's our stack of stickers. Here's our stack of decent cards, you know, Hall of Famers, Superstars. Every one of them, I think, was different. We got no duplicates, which is really, really shocking, to be honest. But we got what we set out for, the Ken Griffey Juniors. I think those are the only 2 in the set, so I will add those to the personal collection. And then we got our provisions, which, man, right there at the beginning, what a tease. You know, got them one after the other. Kirby Puckett, Don Mattingly, Ruben Sierra, and Dwight Gooden. There's 8 more out there somewhere. I remember, I think there's a Jose Canseco. There's a Mike Greenwell. Mark McGuire. I can't even remember. But, yeah, there's 8 more to get. So, stick around. Like I said, I'll see about getting another box or 2 or a rack box. And keep hunting for some more provisions to complete our set. I will probably do a video here shortly of 1992 Fleer rack box. So it'll be a separate video, but I'll get this one up on the channel, and you'll probably see the 1992 Fleer shortly after. All right, well, as always, thanks for watching, guys, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.